All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Tuesday night Destined for Greatness team call. We are here on March 31st, 2015, and got the lovely Brittany tonight to come on board and just tell us how she took the leap from the corporate America into full-time coaching as a Beachbody coach. I got a chance to meet Brittany down here just back in February, and she's a lovely, lovely lady with a big heart and a lot to share for everybody that is coming on board tonight. And at that time, she was talking about getting her business to a certain point and then taking that leap. And she told everybody that she was going to be doing this, and she did the three things that she needed to do when she got home. Took that excitement from the retreat and applied it. And just last week or a couple weeks ago, she took that leap and left her job and has been a full-time coach, rocking this business in workout gear all day, every day, right? That's why we do it. That's the biggest reason, so we can wear our shorts and tanks and not be worried about it. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Brittany Camarote. Brittany, it's all yours.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for that intro, Tony. And I'm really excited to talk with you guys a little bit about, me, what I've been doing, and how I've gotten to, where I am today. So really quick, I just wanted to let you know that for my team calls, actually, I only purely run them or host them with all the, it's unmuted. So like, I usually have everyone talking, and it's not like, it's totally not normal for me to, just be speaking to a screen of people. So just bear with me here. So, yes, my name is Brittany, and I am currently a diamond coach. And I'm going to actually start with a quote that I was listening to some PD this morning, or this afternoon actually, and this is from my favorite audiobook, or I do mostly audiobooks, so this is from my favorite book right now. You Are a Badass is the book, Jensen Chero. Once you step away from the herd and let your true self shine, you'll probably find yourself in front of the opinion firing squad, especially if you want to do as extraordinary and outside of everyone's comfort zones, which is why so many people run screaming from the lives they'd so love to live. Jensen Chero, you're a badass. So I heard that this afternoon, and it just, it resonated with me because, I mean, that's what we do. We are outside of the box people. We are not everyday. This is not what people do. I mean, you're supposed to go to school, get a job, have kids, get married, not in that order. Get married, have kids, get a house, all of that, grow old. 401k is supposed to save you at the end of the whole thing. So, I mean, for me, I'll give you a little background on my story. So how I got introduced to Beachbody was my coach Jill. I went to college with her, and we were just acquaintances, but I saw her posting about, workout programs and all of that on Facebook. And I had just gotten married 2 years ago. And like a month after my wedding, of course, I wanted to get back in shape because I had gained a few pounds. So I ordered T25 and Shakeology, and I did T25 twice. And then I let it collect dust for about 6 months or so. And actually, I believe it was about a year. And then, my husband started going to school. He's getting his bachelor's degree, and we were really just struggling with, paying out of pocket, and we were trying to pay out of pocket for his schooling, and we were just struggling with that. So I reached out to Jill and said, listen, I want to make extra money and I want to get in shape. I need to do this. And that was it. Like, I just basically said, I need to do this. And I started doing it. I didn't just, did someone go off mute? Okay, sorry. So the thing is, I want to also say that, when you bring other coaches on board with you, and they don't quite, they say they want to do something with the business, but then don't. And then 6 months later, you never know what's going to happen. Like 6 or 8 months later, I contacted her, and I actually started doing something with it. So you never know who will be a rock star eventually. Not saying that I'm a rock star, but I'm just saying that I actually am working the business now, and I wanted nothing to do with it at first. So that's a little bit background on me coming into Beachbody. But also, even more background about me is that, I have always struggled with my weight and always struggled with myself in general, being good enough, feeling good enough to just be like, I could never have seen myself in a leadership position or supporting people position kind of thing. I was very selfish, and I was very all about myself because I didn't know myself. So I was trying to figure out a lot of things. But I always knew that, I didn't want to just sit there and type all day at a screen and look at a screen and, someone tell me what to do all day long. I wanted to be more than that. And I wanted to be someone who, gave people, I wanted purpose. So I wanted to give other people purpose. I always struggle with my weight. So I always wanted, I always wanted to be in like the nutrition and health field, but I never really got into it. Anyway, so I went to college, and I didn't do anything with my degree, really. I went into the I was a travel agent, and then I moved to a position. Sorry. So let me start over really quick. So I was a travel agent right out of college, and that was a desk job. And I really, I enjoyed travel, but I really didn't, like, it wasn't getting me anywhere. And the thing is that I excelled at my job, because in sales, you kind of either have to be really good at it, or you won't get anywhere. And I say I wasn't getting anywhere with my job in the sense that I didn't want to sit around and sit at a desk all day and people tell me what to do, and have people barking orders at me. And I just didn't like sales at all. So I actually eventually moved up in the company as an assistant manager there at at the travel agency. And that's where I really started to want to be a leader and to help people and lead people, and really just be able to show people that I can do this. And so sorry, give me 1 second. I just need to recollect myself. I have a PowerPoint, but I didn't share it with you guys because it's not pretty. So all right. I'm recollected. So at the travel agency, I started to become unhappy. So of course I wanted to move on to something else. And when I was looking around for other jobs, I kind of just wanted something to fill the space until I figured out myself and what I wanted to do with my life. So I applied as a receptionist at this executive search firm downtown. And I got in there and everything was fine. I took like a $30,000 pay cut just to not have to be a travel agent anymore. And so I could kind of hang around, figure out what I wanted to do, and then I would figure out the rest later. I tend to jump into things and just go for it. And, everything will figure itself out. That's just how I feel. And like everything happens for a reason. So this job came to me for a reason, and I just, went for it, even with the pay cut, whatever. So after about 6 months, I got promoted again to be the executive assistant for 2 bosses. And so my first time in corporate America, I'm I'm okay with it. I get it all. And it's just it was easy because I was a receptionist. So then I moved up, and I wanted to move up because, I took that pay cut and now they were paying me more. But at the same time, I knew what I was getting into was, a harder position. And I always like a challenge. That's great. But I ended up working for people who, the one person wasn't the nicest guy. It was a very toxic environment. They tried to keep a team culture and everything, but it really wasn't. And that's the thing about working for other people and working for other companies. You really are just building someone else's dream. You're not building your own. And that's fine for some people, but for me, once again, I did not want to be told what to do and where to go and how to act. And my coworker actually, who sat right next to me, she was my cubicle mate, and she every day I would hear her say, oh my God, I wish it was Friday. And oh my God, this sucks. But she stayed there. She was at this company for 20 years. And I just kept thinking to myself, oh my God, is that going to be me in 20 years? Am I going to be saying this sucks for 20 years? Am I going to be, not able to do all the things that I want and only have those 3 weeks of vacation for 20 years? Like, that's just the things that kept, coming over me. And it was just such a toxic environment in the sense that my boss was barking orders at me, and my coworker right here was just always complaining. And you'll get that. That's a company. Sorry, I'm echoing a little bit. Can whoever has their stuff on, can they mute it? Is everyone muted? Okay, sorry, thank you. Sorry. So it was a very crazy environment, and I needed to get out. And really, it began getting crazy when I decided that I love Beachbody. And I decided that I love Beachbody literally the second I joined and started being an active coach. The reason being because I found it to be the way that I can lose weight, feel good, and I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm not a mother yet, and we're not having kids just yet. But I know that when I have kids, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So that was my main goal when I first joined in last March 31st, actually. This is my 1-year anniversary with Beachbody. So it's pretty cool doing this here today. But so it was, the turning point was really me realizing this is what is going to change things for me. This is what is going to be my future. And I want to be able to help people forever. And I want to be able to, you know, build people up and make people feel better. I actually, 9 years ago, I did Turbo Jam, and I lost 40 pounds doing it. So I knew that the products were amazing. I had never tried Shakeology prior to last March, or actually the July before that, because I had tried Shakeology for about a month, and I said, I'm not going to do this. But it's when I realized that the coaching opportunity had so much potential in it. And really, the jump off here, I've been a full-time Beachbody coach for 1 week, 1 full week, and that was last week. And I decided at the DFG retreat, I knew going into the DFG retreat that I'd just get so much, you know, love and support and all of that. And there was no question that I'd come home. I told my husband before I even left, I was like, you know, I'm going to come home, and you know I'm going to want to actually quit my job, because I've been wanting to quit my job since I started doing this. But I told him, like, I know I'm going to want to quit, and it's going to have to happen. So it was a huge decision. And honestly, I mean, at my corporate job, I was making 60% of me and my husband's income. So 60% of my income we were losing, and we were just bringing in my Beachbody business and my husband's business. So it's kind of like when you decide that you're going to do something and you do it, it's now non-negotiable. I made everyone aware that I quit my job. So this is it. This is I have to put in 100% now. Even before that, even before I quit my job, I was giving 100% of what I could. Sorry. So I kind of went a little bit all over the place here, and I want to kind of backtrack. So over the past year, I've had to do a lot in order to build my business, obviously, because it doesn't just come, you know, it doesn't just come to me personally. I've had to build credibility, and by me building the credibility, I've had found people, you know, to want to come to me for the support, to want to come to me for to entrust me with their health and fitness journey. I mean, I've had people come to me who need to lose 100 pounds. I've had people come to me who need to lose 5 pounds, but the only reason they come to me is because they see that I am now a credible source to come to for health and fitness, because I help people and I don't just leave them be. You know, I'm very involved in my coaches. I'm very involved with my customers. And like I said, I had to build credibility, because it's not like I was just someone who was naturally credible. I'm not just straight up a nice person, apparently. I was always someone who is, like I said before, I was a little bit selfish, and, you know, I was trying to work on myself all the time, and I would overbook myself on things. So I was never, you know, I was never on time to things. And I really just had to change up my lifestyle and change up how I did things in order to change myself and to change the thinking of what how people thought of me. And I wanted to be seen in a better light anyway. So another thing that I had to do, you know, sacrifice of time and hard work that you put into this, it does pay off. Don't just think that you're going to come in here in like a month. Well, there's some people who do. For me, I just stuck with it through the hard times. I stuck with it. The times that I had, you know, 4 Success Club points at the end of the month and I was waiting on 1 more, I stuck with it. You have to just remember and believe that you are good enough. You are the person for health and fitness that people see on Facebook all the time. You are that person that people should come to. And you have to believe it for yourself and feel good about that. And it's all about believing in yourself and what you can do. And just having the determination to, go all in and make it your own. I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place. Like I said, I don't normally speak to a screen of faces and no one's talking. I'm cracking myself up. Okay, so here's the things that kind of helped me make my decision to quitting my job. No, I was not making the money that I was not able to replace my income at my job right now. I did not replace my income from my full-time job to Beachbody, income. But now I have to. Now there's no option. So I'm working harder than I have been. I'm actually, I believe this is my highest week of income that I've ever made. So it's just keeping at it and making sure that I'm doing everything I possibly can on a daily basis to build my business and help people, because it all goes back to helping people. That's what we do. But I always, I have Post-it notes all over my wall right here of my goals and my diamonds, who I believe are my diamonds. And honestly, I believe in my team. When my team started to become, when I started to truly believe that I have recruited and brought on people that believe in this business, who understand what I'm all about and want to do that too, that's when I started really believing that I can, that this is something that I need to do, and this is something that can be, that is possible for me. So it's just really knowing that you have a team, a good solid team of people. Like I said, I wasn't making the income, but I know that I have that in the works, and I have a lot of things going on right now that are that I foresee to be huge. So for me, my team, our growth, and I feel really comfortable in my business. Not comfortable in the sense that I'm just kind of sitting back. No, this is the time to work harder. So give me 1 second. So I wrote a little slide that says, think big in your business. And these are the things that went through my mind, even the first few months that when I started coaching. I was listening to the National Wake Up Call. It was probably like my first month. I was listening to the National Wake Up Call, and I was like, really pumped, and I was really excited. And then I started thinking, what am I gonna talk about on the National Wake Up Call when they ask me to do it? Which is crazy. I mean, it's really crazy when you start thinking about that kind of stuff, and like knowing that it's possible for you. So I thought about that just out of nowhere. Like, it was just like I could be doing that. And like thinking about the people that I have on my team, and for sure, like knowing, like without a doubt, these are my diamonds and they are amazing. And I just can't wait to get them gifts. Like, I can't wait to shower these people with gifts, because they are like, they're so hardworking and they just get it. And it's so funny because I was talking to one of my success partners earlier. And by the way, having a success partner is tremendous for your business. I highly suggest one. If you do not have one, get one. If I'm not speaking to one on one day, I'm speaking to my other success partner on another day. I mean, every day it is important to connect with someone who knows the business. But I was talking to my success partner earlier, and I was like, God, I mean, I don't even want to call my best friend about this stuff. I want to talk to you about everything because, you know, like, it's not even that they just get you. Like, when you find the right success partner, it's not even that they just get you in the business. They get you on a personal level. And it's just, it really, you know, because Beachbody is my life now. Right now, I'm super involved and I'm super into doing this every single day and doing my daily actions, you know, which I write in my passion planner. I have everything scheduled out because I'm super unfocused if I don't. But I mean, I love this business because I found people that are truly, they're so positive and they back you up like 100% and they know what you're talking about and they understand. So another thing that, when you're thinking big about your business, some things that come to mind are, you know, realizing that there is a future beyond the 9 to 5. And you really just get that feeling that something clicks. And I mean, there's nothing you want more than to build this because you want the freedom to help other people build it. I mean, how cool is that? That you are helping people build something that you love too, that they'll love because they'll be able to build freedom. And it's this huge ripple effect. I mean, I don't really, I do, like I said, I do mostly audiobooks because that was, you know, I would listen to an audiobook on the way to work, in the morning on my drive to work for an hour. And then on my way home from work, I'd listen to an audiobook as well. So I didn't really have time to read, but I've started a lot of books. And The Compound Effect, I mean, that one's huge. That's like the furthest I've ever gotten in a book in the past year. I mean, probably like 30 pages. But what I read was fantastic. And and the ripple effect that is causing that we cause in health and fitness and financially for other people, it's huge. And it's what makes me happy and it gets me really excited to just really help people. Tony, I'm not sure how long I've been going or if I should keep going. Am I good for a second? Okay. So I do try and do as much PD as possible. Some of the tools that I use, so PD as much as possible, at least once a day. And I use my schedule for my passion planner for scheduling everything. And I really try hard to stick to that. And I just putting myself out there and being bold and being vulnerable. I mean, I was talking to someone the other day, and it was actually my coach, and I believe she said something along the lines of, I feel like the prerequisite to being a coach is like just being able and being ready to just put it all out there and say whatever you want and just feel uncomfortable about it. Just get raw and down and dirty and tell people how you're feeling, but in that positive way, and making it's not like you're perfect every day, but at least you're putting a spin on making yourself a better person and helping you're not just, you know, putting drama out there. You're saying how you're feeling, but then you're showing how you're changing it. And Evernote, that is huge. I know for me, like I heard about Evernote for the longest time, like probably the past like 5 months, everyone talks about Evernote, and I did nothing about even looking into Evernote. Do yourself a favor, 15 minutes of your time, go to YouTube, Evernote tutorial, do it. Because I wish I did it a year ago. I'm just trying now to get myself organized because I always said I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to get myself organized. I had things in my email. I had things I PM'd myself, you know, little things, or I like scripts and stuff. Like everything can go into Evernote. So that's huge for me. And let's see. If something sparks your interest, write it down, because, and I write everything now in Evernote, but write it down, because that is something that will spark someone else's interest, and that's a great post for you, just so you know. And, you know, acting as if, you know, no, I'm not like the most successful person ever. No, I'm not making, you know, 6 figures with this yet, but I know I will. So I'm going to act as if I do, because that is going to get me, you know, to build my business. And so I always say, you know, fake it till you make it, or faith it till you make it. Just make sure you have, like, get your, I always try and get my mindset right for, you know, talking to people in the way that I was attracted to Beachbody. I was attracted to Beachbody because I wanted to feel good, and I wanted that confidence, and I wanted, you know, I wanted to be able to afford things and not live paycheck to paycheck. And yes, you know, quitting my job was huge. And yes, it's something that we are going to have to sacrifice for a little bit, and, you know, live a little bit differently for a minute. But at the same time, I have no doubt in myself that I will be able to surpass my income from my 9-to-5 job, because it's having that faith and belief in yourself to do it and just put yourself out there. People are attracted to you for a reason, and they come to you for a reason. And I always make sure that I reflect my Facebook page as I'm the person to come to for health and fitness. You may not want me now, but eventually when you're ready to get healthy, I'm that person to come to. So all of my Facebook friends know that, and they should know that by my posts. I think I went a lot off topic. I'm not sure. But yeah, Tony, I can go on for, like, I have another slide, but how am I doing?
That's your call. You got one more that you want to hammer home the points that you wanted to make and wrap everything up. Go right ahead.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All
right. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me. I appreciate it. And I know I always get something out of these calls, so I hope you get something out of this, even if it's just Evernote. Evernote 100%. Someone just showed me their notes. That makes me happy. So just a few more points. This business, I mean, you've probably heard some of these things a million times, but it's really the 3 vital behaviors: being a product of the product, and, you know, really PD, and inviting people. I'm always inviting people every single day in some way. These things are easy to do, but they're easy not to do. Totally easy not to do. But if you want this to be your business, then you have to treat it like a business. You have to show up every day. Every day I may be wearing, you know, right now, like for the past week, I've been wearing leggings and a tank top, which is fantastic because I don't have to wear a dress or anything. But but I do my makeup, I do my hair, I'm coming to work and I'm working. And you know, I'm working out. That's my job, to work out every day and to eat right every single day. That is now my job, and that holds me accountable, so I'm happy with that. But you know, treat it like $1 million job, because, or $1 million business, because there are people here that make $1 million. That may not be your goal, but just imagine how many people they're helping. And I was never one for, like, I of course, you know, love people. I love helping people, but I never thought that this, like, helping people would be my job. I'm not like some volunteer person normally, or, you know, like, I was never like that. But it's funny because this past year I've learned so much about myself that it's overwhelming that like I just want to help everyone. It's crazy. And I know a lot of people, I know with my team, you know, we always go over objections and stuff like that. And just a reminder to get your objections down, pat. You know you're going to get them. Everyone gets objections. So figure out in your mind, like play with how you can help flip them. I mean, everyone is going to have an excuse. So I'm always trying to be ready with how I can flip that for them and show them that how this can't, like how can it not be beneficial in your life? How can making a shake not be beneficial? You know, and truly believe in this product. If you're going to sit there and connect people with this product, with Shakeology, with the programs, you know, believe in it. Know your product. I've started digging deeper into Shakeology. I'm not that kind of person who like, you know, goes over every ingredient and memorizes everything. I just look for the ingredients and make sure there's no sugar, there's no flour, there's no, you know, wheat in it, and I'm good to go. But I've really been digging in deeper with Shakeology and figuring out, you know, what does what and how it helps people even more. And it's helped me be able to show people the value in Shakeology. And one more thing. Think about if your friend posted about doing a workout program and a shake, and it was $100, right? So when you just keep scrolling, you know, like you saw your friend posting about it, you had no clue about this program, you had no clue about the shake. Wouldn't you just keep scrolling is my question. And for me, I probably would. Now, 6 months later, you see that same friend still posting daily about how great that shake is and how much weight she lost or how much she's toned up or how great she feels or the anxiety that she has gotten rid of or the irritable bowel, the IBS that has completely been, you know, changed from this and fixed. Now, wouldn't you know, inquire about that? Wouldn't that be something now that you would actually like, there is something to this? So think about that when either, I don't know who here is a new coach. If you're a new coach, think about that, because if you're just starting out and you have people saying, you know, no, they haven't seen you do anything yet. I mean, yeah, you've posted a little bit, but they haven't really seen you do much yet. Just wait 6 months from now. Those people will be asking what you are doing and how they can join you. People who have been in the business for 6 months, and I mean, I'm sure that you can contest that. I think that's the word, contest. Not sure. Anyway, so I'm sure you can agree with me when you say just now people are inquiring with you and saying, wow, I've been watching you. Wow, like you look great. Now people see that your credibility has grown. You've stuck with something, and it's working. So why wouldn't they inquire? And now a year from now, people really believe that I stick with something because I've always been trying to lose weight. I've done everything there is to, you know, Nutrisystem, whatever, everything, Weight Watchers, you know, and like people are finally realizing, wow, this stuff works. And she can tell me all about it because she's been doing it for a year. So I just kind of want to leave you with, stick with it, because when you're credible in the sense that you've been posting, you've been telling people about this every day, you've been showing people that this is the real deal, this is legit, it's not a fad, because health is not a fad, fitness is not a fad, you know, they'll be joining you. They'll be on their way. So, yeah, I think think I'm good. I hope I didn't bore you. I'm really sorry. And hope you got something out of it. Done.
Awesome. Yeah, it's it's about treating this business like a business, because that's once you get to that point, and you were doing the things that made it a business long before it was your full-time business. So the people that were watching you, like you just said, were seeing what you were doing and talking a little bit about what you were doing with you, I'm sure. And then all of a sudden they see, oh, well, now I see her posting about it at all times of the day. Wonder what she's doing for work. And then they go to your page, and now you're full time doing this, and it just brings more inquiries to you and your business and what this is all about. And once you start talking with somebody, and we can plug them into a team like ours, I think that it just people are drawn to this. And biggest thing sometimes is just cracking that door open and letting them see, get a little glimpse, and then just continuing to grow that relationship. And now you're able to do it whenever and wherever you're wanting. So great call tonight. Anybody that was a panelist have a question about anything that Brittany had said tonight? I know the personal development is the thing that I push the most. And Evernote, or I use OneNote, the Microsoft version. So great way to store and just keep all the things that your business related activities. So those days where you're really not feeling it, I can just go in, find something, and plug it on my page. So all right. I see a message from Tracy. So, what's the hardest thing to overcome? What's the hardest piece of work you do daily? Brittany?
Sticking to my schedule. So, like I said, I'm super unfocused if I don't write it down and don't stick to my schedule. I'm still learning what works for me, because I've only literally been out of a structured workforce for a week. So this is basically the hardest piece to overcome is not scrolling Facebook all day. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you start, and then I know I've heard a million times people say that they set a timer for themselves to stop scroll. It's for 10 minutes to scroll Facebook, and that's it, that kind of thing. So the hardest thing to overcome is my schedule, and those little bits of doubt that come into your head, and you just gotta get them out of there fast. When I have any doubt in myself, I start saying affirmations to myself. I'll look in the mirror and say, or, I'll go somewhere and say, I'm a leader. I'm successful. The more you speak these words into the universe, the more they come to life, and the more you believe. And when you start believing in that, and
I need to take a shower before I go to bed here. I need to take a shower here in 5 minutes so I can go to bed.
Brooke?
Oh, you can hear me? Oops.
Brooke needs to take a shower.
Okay, that's a little. I didn't realize I was on here. Oops.
I think there's another question, Tony. I've been in 2 months, and I have people that ask what I make, and I tell them, and it kind of scares them away since I have only signed 3 people under me. Okay, so to that, I tell people, because people ask you straight up, what do you make? Or, they try and dance around okay, how do you make money, and what do you actually make? So, like I said, I'm not a 6-figure earner, and I am not making yet what I made at my day job. But at the same time, I'm very honest with people that you get what you put into this. And there have been weeks in the past year, like I said, I've been doing this for 1 year. There have been weeks where I've made $50. There have been weeks where I've made $500. And there are weeks when I've made $600. So I can't tell you for sure what you'll make every month. All I know is that I have always, since the second month that I bought Shakeology, I've never not been able to cover my Shakeology. Even the first month, I was able to get 3 people to join me in, the fitness and everything, and buying challenge packs. So I was able to purchase my Shakeology and have it paid for every single month that I've been doing this. So what I say to that is, you will only benefit from it. You're getting free food, Shakeology. You're getting to work out, feel great, and build yourself up while being a part of this huge, amazing opportunity and community and a place of uplifting love and support. I mean, more so than your family sometimes. I mean, let me tell you really quick that my mom, she didn't care what I did. It was fine. Like, she was fine with it, but she bought Shakeology, a few packets off eBay the first time she did. And she was like, she called me. She's like, Britt, I need some recipes, like, for Shakeology. I'm like, oh, you're going to do it? And she's like, oh, no, I didn't want to bother you. I got some Shakeology off of eBay. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? First off, it expires like 2 days later. But, and you don't know where that stuff's coming from. But, I mean, people will think what they think, and you have to show them that this is something that can be whatever you make of it. There have been people within 1 year in the top 10 in the company. There have been people who have been here 1 year and are still a coach. There's nothing wrong with that. And they are just discount coaches, and they just sell to their friends and they make $5. It's what you make of it. It's what you put into it. If you're willing to work during your lunch break at work, if you're willing to wake up a little bit earlier, if you're willing to make calls on your way home from work to potential coaches, potential challengers, if you're willing to put in the work, you will reap the benefits. There's a reason why they made this commission structure. There's a reason why this is a social media thing. There's a reason why there are 300,000 coaches in the network. It's what you make of it. Sorry, I get a little bit amped when I get into it. But what I say to that is that how can you go wrong with joining a team of amazing, successful, positive people and getting your health in line? Health is forever. Fitness is forever. You need this in your life. And they can take it to where they want to. So, sorry, went a little crazy.
No, very good, very good. Yeah, and another thing that I add to that, early on, of course, that we can be a little hesitant talking about our income, but we just say, my income is right on track with my goals. My goal is to pay for my Shakeology, and this business is doing that. Or my goal was to see a paycheck, and it's done that. And then as as my team grows, the income will grow. And I have full faith that it's going to be a 6-figure business, or it's going to be a business that helps pay a couple bills around the house, whatever it may be. But my income is right on track with my goals. Whatever. Whenever you get that question, that's a good way to answer it. Where you don't have to bring it up and then say, what would $100 extra a week do for your family? What would an extra $500 a month do for your household? And get them thinking about, all right, well, hey, I guess if Brittany's doing it and she's bringing in extra income every week. I guess I could do it, and and if she's willing to help me, I get that makes it even easier to take that step. So very good. All right, well.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Britt,
Yeah.
bring it on. Bring it on.
So, this is something me and one of my coaches have kind of come to discover. We come from a very poor area of the country, and we recently, our county was voted the least healthy county in our entire state. Like, we've actually dropped. And our hardest thing is coming up with ways to convince our community that it is good for them. Like, my coach is from that area, and there are certain parts of the area that it's taken off in our county, but like our specific little area, people would much rather go to McDonald's to eat versus actually learning to cook at home. And we're struggling with reaching out and kind of proving a point that you don't have to do that. So do you all have any tips as to how to maybe fix that a little bit, or a better way to reach them at all? Because we are at a loss at what to do.
So have you considered doing a fit club?
I don't actually live there. I'm in my husband's in the military. She is there, and the only thing we have come up with the fit club is the local gym there will not support it because she is not certified through the YMCA. And so other than that, she doesn't have an area to really do it. Literally, we were from a very small town. You travel an hour for a Walmart. So it's one of those things where we don't have necessarily the area to do something like that. We have discussed trying to get something together. I even offered to fly home to help her do that, but it's something we can't come up with an area of where to do that to get people involved.
So, is there any churches or?
Yeah, there are churches. Yes.
Have you? Well, I'm into the whole fit club thing because it's a free way to get people in the door and show them, look what you can do. Look at these programs. So, what about going to the churches and, connecting with people there? Honestly, I'm in the works with talking with a church. I'm Jewish, okay? And I'm in the works with talking with a pastor. And next Monday I have a meeting with him. He's talked to the board and everything. And there's no qualms about it. He's cool with me coming in and, doing a fit club there. So, those are great places for, to find, first off, to find more people to join you. And to, like I said, have a way for people to just check out the programs for free and see that there's value in it, to see that it's not like, we're just selling you something and that's it. Like, you're a coach and you're going to help them through this, and you can provide meal plans and all of that. The Shakeology is something maybe that, if you'd be willing to, I know that when I'm going to be running a fit club, that I will be offering, little cups of Shakeology for them to try, and accentuating on the benefits of Shakeology and how it can completely turn around your health. So just knowing that product and knowing the benefits of it. But it's just getting yourself out there. The coach that you're talking about, is she does she have a big network on Facebook yet?
No, not yet. She just signed on, and she's been doing the 21-day fix with me, and she actually lost 10 pounds on the 3-day refresh. So she's still building that. Mm-hmm. And even her sister is a customer under someone else. So it's yeah. But so it's one of those things where she is trying to get out there. The challenge group that she's in ends on actually next Sunday. So I think at that point we're going to start round 2, and she's trying to reach out more. Mm-hmm. It's just because we come from we're from the coal mining area, so we're very they're very closed-minded, if you will. That's just how it is. But I'm going to actually recommend the church thing, because
definitely
There's like 8 churches within 1 block. So,
Wow.
I mean,
There you go. Or like I know like places like basements of like bigger bigger companies, or like some it's just that, you know, a fit club would really get them in the door and show them the value. That's where I'm at with that. And obviously, you know, building our Facebook, but if you want something that in the community, what about like a local grocery store, maybe holding like a little event? I mean, I know that I'm just trying to think. Sorry.
no, you're fine. Like I said, I was just trying to like brainstorm ideas because we really are at a loss as to what to do. Like, and when it first came out, like, I mean, you can see on Facebook, well, how do we change this? And I'm like, you can't make people change themselves if they're not willing to. Like, they have to be willing to, and they're not willing to. Like, they're not open to trying new things because they expect the results right away. And I know firsthand that doesn't happen. So they're like, it's just very closed-minded, and it comes to a point where you're just like, what do you do?
So yeah, no, I mean, obviously it's your town. You want to get them healthy and all of that. So, I mean, what about maybe, do you know people in the town that work at a grocery store, that work at somewhere where you can go and you have a hookup there and can provide people with information on health and fitness? I mean, right now I'm in the works with speaking with a grocery store. One of my coaches actually does cooking demos at one of the popular grocery stores around here. So I'm actually, I just got PIO certified for PIO. So I'm going to actually do a 10-minute demo on PIO. She's going to run a cooking class. They're going to take a tour around the grocery store. Like, we're doing a whole thing, and we're going to try and make it monthly. So we have an in with a grocery store. What about like something like banks, or you know, somewhere where you can provide people with health and fitness tips, even like set up a table. I do vendor shows. I just did a vendor show at a gymnastics school while they did an Easter egg hunt. I mean, it cost me probably like $75 like all in, because like $25 to stand there, and you know, I made a little basket, and I have now, you know, like 15 names and phone numbers and emails.
Okay.
And you know, I got some good interest, but at the same time, I mean, they didn't buy yet, but at the same time, I'm planting those seeds.
Okay.
And by you holding the Fit Club, and by you, you know, getting the community involved, and like being at that corner store and showing people about health and fitness, and giving them a brochure, and giving them, you know, your card, you're planting seeds. It may, like, even though it's not on Facebook, it's, you know, be in people's faces about it, because you know what? Health and fitness isn't going away, and you know, your hometown, you want them to live on, you want them to be healthy. So that's where I'm at.
Thank you. Yeah, I took those down. I'm going to kind of reach out to her and see if any of it will help at all. Because she works at a bank, so that does kind of, that starts it. So.
Perfect. You know how many people go into banks every day?
A lot.
Yeah.
Me, we're military, so our banking is all online. So.
Well, I mean, you could always have her reach out to me, and I can, you know, suggest something more, or anyone.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. And yeah, she's looking to change the community. You know, it just starts with putting herself out there. You know, she's got to open her garage to have a free fit club, and you know, 2 or 3 people show up. That's, you know, if it really means something, you know, you do whatever you got to do. Start at your home, opening up your house to, you know, healthy cooking class, how to shop, like Brittany was saying. You have great ideas of getting the grocers involved, and you know, you start where you can, and as soon as it's grown into something where it's getting the attention of others, you know, now, you know, people are going to want to invite you into their businesses to come in and talk and make the change happen. So Very cool. Well, I think we got some good things here tonight. And any other questions? I think we're good on time here. So if all is well, I think we will close up shop and look for you all on in DFG world and Facebook world, and just keep cheering you on. Thanks again to Brittany for coming on and just sharing her heart and a little bit about what's making her business thrive right now. And we're praying for all you, and want to see the same thing for each and every one of you. So thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you all soon.